Peter is a very obedient boy. He asks his mother and his father before doing any work. Now, one day, what happened was, while his parents were out, his younger sister tripped and fell and badly bruised her leg. So, Peter used his own judgment and immediately applied ice and ointment on the bruised area. But later, he did tell his parents whatever had happened during the day with his sister. So, similarly, in our body, depending on the stimulus, the neurons are either sent to the brain or elsewhere. Where? Well, we'll see that. Now, do we have to think before removing our hands when we touch a hot object? No, we don't. So, this is a fast, involuntary action in response to a stimulus without involving the brain. That is, without thinking. See, the impulses are sent and it comes back without involving the brain. This action is known as the reflex action. So, the shortest route that can be taken by an impulse from a receptor to an effector through the spinal cord is known as the reflex arc. So see, when you touch a hot object, the impulse travels through this neuron, which is known as the sensory neuron. And then it reaches the spinal cord. The information gets processed there, and see, this is the association nerve joining the sensory neuron and the motor neuron, which carries the processed impulses from the spinal cord to the effector or muscles, and that is how you remove your hand. So these are the motor neurons. Now, if the brain is not involved, then who is giving the reaction to the stimulus? Well, these neurons form a cord-like structure which is protected by the backbone or the spine, and so this is known as the spinal cord. Now, is the brain completely unaware of these actions? Well, no. Just like Peter did inform his parents that his sister fell down and he applied ice and ointment on her bruise later, similarly, the spinal cord gives the reflex action. But later, the brain is told that this situation did arise in the body. Now, when a mosquito bites you, your immediate reflex action is to hit the mosquito. This action you do without thinking, but the brain is told later. See, when a mosquito bites, the impulses are sent to the brain, and this is the reason you have a pain sensation on your hand. Just like the brain consisted of the outer gray matter and the inner white matter, similarly, spinal cord is also made up of the white matter and the gray matter, but the orientation is the reverse. White matter is present outside and gray matter is present in the innermost part of the spinal cord. Now, these reflexes, when we remove our hand, when we touch a hot object, is inborn and inherited. That is, we don't need previous experience learning, or judgment. Now, look at this condition. This is an experiment that was performed by Pavlov, who was a Russian scientist. Now, what he did was he took a dog and he subjected the dog to various conditions. Now, he experimented and saw that under normal condition, no dog will salivate in response to ringing of the bell. But when the dog was produced with a bowl of food, he did salivate. So now what he did was he rang the bell and simultaneously produced the food and saw what was happening. See, the dog did salivate. This condition he subjected to the dog for a few days, and then he saw that even on ringing the bell, without producing the food, the dog kept salivating. So in this condition, the condition is the ringing of the bell and the reflex is the salivation. So reflexes can be of two types. Natural reflex, which is inborn and inherited and does not need previous judgment, experience, or learning. And then there is the second class of reflex, which is conditioned reflex. Reflex that is learned over the lifespan of an organism. Similarly, riding of a bicycle, falling in the beginning, and then pedaling without even having to think, or typing on the keyboard without looking, are all conditioned reflexes which have been acquired throughout the lifespan of a person.